Oh my gosh, that went so fast. Hola, people. Hello, and welcome to Blackthorn Rambles, Tarot Babble, because we talk a lot, we ramble. I don't know what I'm saying because I haven't had enough coffee. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the show, the adventure, the experience. That is me, my rambling, yada, yada, yada. Um, and happy belated Mother's Day to all the mamas fulfilling that role. Um, yeah, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope you did. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you did all the wonderful things. Relax, kick back, whatever. Um, I hope it was good. So I did my shuffling. Uh, I divided those cards into three, and I was like, which which stack has the card we need to talk about? Which stack is it? And it was, I think it was the center stack. I can't remember. Y'all, the coffee hasn't hit yet. The coffee has not hit, but we will get through this. The Queen of Wands popped up for us to discuss today. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. I have my little talking points that I try to make sure that I get to. We'll see what happens. But Queens court cards are always they've always been weird for me. Because when you at least when I first started learning tarot, when I was being trained and all that, it's like court cards are people, and there's like a definite sort of rundown of who they represent or what they are, and I'm like, that's not I don't how is that possible now? There's just too many people in the world who have like varying personalities, and there's just so many more options. Like, how can it be like a specific person? But you listen, you work with, and so it's like, okay, I can see how court cards may not represent like an exact, like definite person. They can, but they can also like they give us insight into like a person's like their like way of life. So when a court card pops up, it's like, oh, this can be a person for sure. It can be like this type of person. It could be their way of life, like the way they think or the way they behave, the way they engage in the world. So it's their mindset, almost their personality, I should say, their personality, or it could be just different things about them. It could be location, events. It could be There's so many different things, layers to the court cards. We have wands here, so we know we're talking about fiery stuff. And I always pay attention. I always train my students like to pay attention to the body language, like body positioning. And so if you look at this card, and I was taught, and it stuck with me. I was taught, I think this was at the Pagan Pride Festival I just talked about in my group. Yeah, I think that's when I learned it. That the left of the card can represent the past, the right of the card can represent the future, the center of the card can represent like the present moment. And so, like, you can see the kitty cat right there, super cute. And the sort of like the body positioning of the cat, that's like forward, right? That's forward movement, and they're focused on the present moment. And so I always take that into consideration when interpreting the tarot. And you can look at the queen herself, and she's kind of like, she has a little backdrop to sort of be like, what has the immediate environment, like what has just occurred, is not necessarily important. I'll be mindful of it, but like, she's in a position where she's focused on the present. She has her wand in hand, and it's kind of tilted towards the left. So it's like, mindful of the past. She's not closed off to it, but she's, has it in her hands, has it in control. And then with the flower right here, I think it's like is it a sunflower? I believe it's sunflower. It looks like a sunflower. And so in the right hand, and she's looking towards the right. So she's like, you know what? There's hope for the future. There's like, the future is bright, or it has the potential for happiness, joy, has the potential for growth right there. Does that make sense? Well, hello, Felicia. Hello, good to see you. Um, And so I always say pay attention to the body language, body positioning, and even if it's just if it's there's no like human figures, you can kind of pay attention to how like the language, the positioning of the cards, what it's expressing. And so yes, the Queen of Wands, a court card in the tarot, embodies a nurturing, because I feel like queens are associated with they are connected almost to the archetypal mother. So on its best form, right? Nurturing, enhancing, supporting, guiding. So embodies, the Queen of Wands embodies the nurturing leadership inherent to the queens of the deck. Leadership for sure, guiding, navigating things, inspiring us. And so each queen brings a unique elemental energy to their role. Today, obviously, Queen of Wands is a fire energy, channeling the fiery dynamic spirit of her suit. This nurturing influence isn't just about care and compassion, it's about igniting and fostering the flames of creativity and ambition. And so, with the Queen of Wands, well, hello, Dragon Dancer. Welcome. Hello. So we can see that she's kind of like really laid back. She's like, you know what? I'm having fun. I got a flower. I got a stick. You know, if I need to, I can beat some people, like beat them off. That does not sound right. Totally does not sound right. I have. I have not had enough coffee, but it's wands and fire, and so it very well could mean that as well. But you can see there's a little guardian kitty, like I'm watching you, the little bouncer right there. And so with the queen, let me get my um she's she channels that fire, that excitement, that passion. Well, hello, Christina. Uh, Prairie for sure. Um, yes, yes. She does. She channels the like excitement of fire, because we know when we think of fire, it can consume rapidly, right? It can take off and it consumes and it can just go, and like it's excitement and a lot rapid. Very leadership like, though. It's like very the life of the party, almost like the life of the party, but not necessarily the center of attention. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So like she, like Queen of Wands, can be the individual running, making sure like the life of the party, actually imbuing life force into it, energy into it, creating that party, creating that event that is exciting, and it's working really, really well. But it doesn't have to be the center of attention in that party. The queen can be the one behind the scenes who makes sure and ensures that it's all running really well, and everyone's having fun, and everyone is just they're leading the space, right? They're commanding the space, and that's very much Queen of Wands like. So with the Queen of Wands here, um one of the lessons I feel is learning to embrace leadership opportunities. um oh no. uh yeah, that's no fun. I know all about the smoky and the fire here in California. Yeah, it's scary. Mm. And so, one of the lessons with the Queen of Wands is to learn to embrace our leadership opportunities where we need to step up. And so I think that's something that we have to ask ourselves is how can we approach our situation right now? How can we approach our life where we're taking ownership of what we're going through? So to actively seek roles where we can lead and influence, right? Whether it be at work, in community groups, social settings. Some of that is super over like stimulating me. Like makes my anxiety go cray cray. But like that's kind of what pops up. Like, where can I lead? I have value. I have worth. I have something to offer. I have experience or wisdom. And where can I lead in my life? And it very well could just be. It doesn't have to be public. It could be, teaching like my niece, right? Me leading my niece, like helping her find something, her way, or guiding her with something. So an aspect of the Queen of Wands is learning to embrace again our leadership opportunities to actively be step into that role. And she definitely encourages us to step up as the leader that we are, to bring our unique, expressive vision and energy to the forefront of our experience. Okay, so that's something that we should consider when she comes up into our world. How can I be a leader? Where can I lead? What needs my sort of like guidance right now, right? Another thing that we can talk about is also, to maybe create a space, whether it be at home or work, that feels safe and encourages creativity and self-expression. This might be, setting up an art corner, or initiating like creative brainstorming sessions at work, or simply encouraging an open dialogue where new ideas are welcomed. Both. It just really depends. I would say both. Like, it just depends on like it's specific to the individual. She's just like, step into the opportunity, start to lead, but it's not like lead as in your, and you can see with this foster like creativity in your environment aspect of it. It's not like, let me tell you what to do. She is a queen. She's nurturing. She's the ideal archetypal, like, better aspect of mother, right? Because not everyone has that. Not a lot of people have that. And so she's definitely saying we're leading because we have something to offer, a unique perspective, more experience or wisdom, and we are going to, and it's leading, but it's also guiding. So it's teaching. It can be teaching if that's what pops up for you. Like for me recently, it's like, oh, it's time to start teaching again. So I started teaching tarot, and like I didn't necessarily, you know doesn't want to, uh but I do at the same time. And so I was like, let me do this and let me stick to it and let me go. So I feel like I have a unique perspective, a way of communicating with other people, and sharing and breaking things down that's relatable. And so I have a unique perspective, to bring to my students, and I teach them what I know. I learn with them as well, and I guide them. But I also let them, if they have any questions, if they need anything specific from me, I let them, take that, and use me as a resource. Um, so it can be both for sure. So I do find that as we are leading, as we find these opportunities to make it, yes, I am the leader, or I am the one in charge here, but also make it where we are open with each other to, discuss different ways of achieving something, right? So fostering creativity in the environment that we're in. Another aspect to sort of like this, the queen as a court card energy, is to learn to support others, growth, to learn to support. That's another beautiful aspect of the Queen of Wands, is to learn to support others growth. And so when she pops up, it's this great harmony of learning to lead, learning to direct, learning to, be the one who maybe is in charge, but also, to be the person who nurtures like potential in others, to offer support and guidance and encouragement and upliftment, to people in our lives who are exploring new ideas or new projects, new skill sets, whatever it is. And so we are encouraged by the queen to use our insight and enthusiasm to help others flourish. So you can see all those aspects of the queen are important to facilitate healthy growth, right? Moving forward. And I really love that about it. It's channeling this fire energy, but instead of like, because fire can be scary and fire can get out of hand. But with these, it's learning to harmonize that fire in a way that is going to support, nurture, encourage, uplift, and help to move forward, right? Um, and so let me get a little sip, y'all, because this coffee needs to be kicking in. I'm telling you. Hmm. So, fire, fire, fire. As a figure ruled by the element of fire, the Queen of Wands represents action, creation, and passion. Her approach to life is both inspiring and energetic, making her a natural leader who guides with warmth and charisma. Fire's influence makes her a powerful force in encouraging not only herself, but also others to explore and expand their horizons. Another, it's beautifully expressed, if I do say so myself. Oh my gosh. See, I'm peopling right now. I don't know if I should be doing this, but we're here. Um, anyways. So the association with fire, I really love. It's expressing like, look, let's good morning, Angie. Well, hello. Good morning. Welcome. Uh, I feel like this is a breath of fresh air. The Queen of Wands is reminding us. I think all of us remember, like, when we started our craft, when we started practicing witchcraft, or when we started practicing something new, and it was like really cool and really fun, and we loved it. And there's that sort of like budding excitement that's brewing, and then as you experience some of that sort of wanes, which is fine, it's natural. But like, I feel the Queen of Wands is reminding us like where we've come from, like reminding us when we first started, reminding us not to be so crotchety towards others, but to like remind ourselves like it was fun, it was exciting, it was new, and to channel that and share that with other people, help other people, wherever in our lives, wherever we're being called to do this, but to help other people to sort of get excited again, to support them with inspiration and motivation, even if we need to do that for ourselves. Like, bitch, let's go, let's get back on track. We got to get going, we got to channel that fire, we have to do the things, make those choices, make those investments, whatever it is. And so that fire energy is really showing out at this moment for this space. And so one thing when we talk about fire is like pursuing, right? Because if we think of fire, it does pursue, it like consumes. But I like to think of pursuing, like it's pursuing something. What are we going to pursue? Our passions. Our passions, or pursuing our passions with the element of fire. The Queen of Wands is reminding us to pursue our passions, to really right now in our life. I feel like it's important to identify like what truly is exciting to us, what's important to us right now, what ignites our passion for something, and to start dedicating time to pursuing those things. Again, it could be a hobby, it could be a project, it could be a new business venture, it could be going back to. I'm trying to go back to school, y'all. I'm trying to go back to school. That's where my passion is right now, going back to school. So that's what I'm doing. But it could be, a new business venture, it could be going back to school, it could be all those things. Like, it's really important because we're here to live, y'all. We're here to live, we're here to experience, we're here to carve out our time and space. It's about us, each and every one of us. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to have fun. And I think that that's so important to remember. It's not just about going through the motions and being dull as fuck and pardon my French, oh my god. But we're not here to just be zombies. No offense, Psalms. But like we're here to have fun. We're here to grow. We're here to enjoy. And so I think that sometimes we become complacent in life. Sometimes we do get crotchety because this is how people have always treated us or how we've been. And I'm not minimizing that, but like there why? Like why am I going to waste my time being a little grumple siltskin when I don't have to? Like I'd rather, like I can understand that. I can understand why I would be that way, but let me get back to just loving life again. Let me get back to my passions, right? So I feel like another aspect of when the Queen of Wands pops up is to learn to define like what we're passionate about right now and to start to pursue it to bring that sort of excitement back into our lives. And I think another thing is she encourages us to adopt an energetic approach to challenges. So when faced with like any obstacle right now, when faced with any sort of like blip in the path, we can channel the Queen's vibrant energy and really approach our problems or our challenges, our friction or chaos oriented moments with a sort of can do attitude and an expectation of success, which can often turn, the tide in our favor. That's something important as well. Another thing that the Queen of Wands sort of evokes here is to inspire and motivate others. So to use our passion, to use our our fire, our joy, our excitement for something, our enthusiasm to motivate the people around us. Whether it's by, leading a team project or organizing the community events or, supporting a friend's endeavor, show others how, you know, not toxic, but like how positivity and passion, support, and joy can lead to great achievements. And it's like legit, right? It's not fake shit. It's legit. It's real. It's like, I am excited for you. I want you to succeed. And I say that because I genuinely mean it. I want you to be happy. Like, I want you to succeed. I want you to explore the things that you love and that things that you're passionate about. I don't, it's not fake. I mean it. And I think that when we come from a place of authenticity, it's felt and it's like, yes, thank you, and I tell people that all the time. It's like, if you can't get that from me, I understand, but like I want you to have it. And so if you need to find that elsewhere, please do. And so like sometimes when people are asking me for a reading, I'll be like, I can do this, I can do that, but if you want this specific thing from me, that's not something I can offer you. And I'm not saying, I'm not like turning you down, in that way, but I'm saying I cannot provide you what you're seeking. I don't specialize in that subject matter, but I can refer you to someone. I want you to get the best experience possible, and I want you to find solutions. And I'm saying that I am not the right person for that, but let us. I can help you find that person. I can refer you out because I want you to have a solution, right? And it's a lot like that. It's like inspire, motivate others. It's yeah, it's very important right now. So, our last little talking point. I thank you all for being here. Oh my gosh, listening to me rant. I can't even talk. My words, my blah blah blah. Listening to me ramble. Oh my gosh. So the last talking point today for the Queen of Wands, like in practical terms, the Queen of Wands can manifest as someone who leads social. See, we talked about this earlier. Leads social events or spearheads community initiatives. Her presence is palpable in any scenario. I have like a hair. Do you ever like have a hair in your eyelash and you can see it, but then you try to get it like move it and it's not there, but then like you put your finger away and like you can still see it. It's like, ugh, that's what I'm going through right now. Anyways, her presence is palpable in any scenario that requires vibrant energy and a personal touch. Consider how this archetype influences our approaches to life, urging us to live passionately and fearlessly driven by our desires and creative instincts. So let me ask you, like, what are you passionate about right now? Like, what are your desires at the moment? Like, what excites you? What brings joy to your heart right now? Like, what is there something that you're wanting to invest your time into right now? What is it? How what does it look like? How does it feel? You know? I think that we need to give ourselves that chance, that opportunity to explore those things. Um so sometimes when the Queen of Wands pops up, uh, she's kind of expressing like it's time to be social. Yikes. Yikes. To take the initiative to organize and host like maybe gatherings. This can be like full moon circles or new moon circles or whatever, like tarot meetups or, witchy conversations. And it doesn't have to be like publicly, which is fun. It can be fun if that's your thing, but it also, like, again, hey y'all, here's a plug. I just started a group called Gales of the Grand Sabbat. We just started that, so join us. I'll link it later maybe. But yeah, join us. I try to post daily and engage, and we talk, so that could be something. It could be like a Facebook group, it could be, something like that, a text group, whatever. So when the Queen of Wands pops up, sometimes she's like, look, it's time to get out there. It's time to be a little more social. Maybe it's time to host something. It's time to bring people together and to facilitate something that is exciting. A book club or a crochet club. I don't know. Whatever it is. But it's like the missing link right now, I feel, is a socialization. It's like there's this fire that needs to be fed, and the way to feed it is through social interaction. And we can say, like, I can say I don't like it, like I get anxious, my anxiety, but I do need it. I need that social interaction. I do love when I feel comfortable, like on these videos, I get awkward and I feel weird, but like I enjoy being in this space because I feel a little safer. And I'm able to talk to whoever shows up. And a lot of times it's familiar faces, and I enjoy that. I love talking with everybody. I love being able to go back and forth, which is why I love forums and groups in my own way, right? Public events, not always for me, but I do also recognize like I need that too at times. And I feel like I know, but it can be it could be but it can be like within your comfort zone. It's just I feel as semi-humans, we do need that sort of interaction to feed us a little bit. Let me get a sip. Mhm. And so she can also, for some of us, she can also be expressing the sort of need for community leadership. So to maybe like engage more actively in our communities by taking on leadership roles in local organizations, boards, groups, stuff like that. Girl, I'm not going to be like, we're human. Like, who wants to be full on human? Let's be semi humans, Let's be let's be human adjacent. I don't know, but like, you know you know whatever. uh the Queen of Wands is a natural community leader, a builder, and I feel what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you I can Okay, I can totally see you having, okay, okay, Christina, I can see you having like a little sort of why did I say granny? I was thinking granny get together. No, but like a little, like a few people, like you maybe teach like gardening too, because you have a really great garden. You do really well with that. So I could totally see you thriving in that, like having that little bit of interaction, social interaction with that you can control. That you have a couple people, and you can, do that. Um, we can't talk anymore. That freaks me out. Okay, bye. You're cryptid. I also believe that. I believe it. It's in your eyes. It's in your eyes. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Um, but yeah, community leadership, but it doesn't have to be your local community. It could just be something online. Like, let me just say, y'all, join the group, join Gales of the Grand Sabbats. I just love the name. It is so cute. It is long as fuck, y'all, but it's so cute. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. They're gonna report me. Um, but it's yeah. It could be your own group, it could be other people's groups, whatever it is. It's a public group, so just be mindful. You can always, like, if you are worried about joining a public group, always know you can post anonymously, and then people won't know that you posted something. I always encourage that. It's like you can join a public group, but post anonymously. So, like, if you're worried about someone seeing something you say, well, there you go, it's anonymous. And so yeah, it could be partaking, join see, y'all got me all flustered. You got me all flustered. Um Community stuff. Be involved in whatever way you need, right? Uh Another thing is like embody confidence in like public spaces. Again, whenever you need to present yourself, like channel, like if you have to go to an interview, right? If you need to go to interview, if you have to speak publicly, if you have to engage publicly, you got to go grocery shopping, like take the Queen of Wands card with you, or like look at her and meditate with her before you go and head out, and channel her, like pick up on her energy. Yeah, and channel her energy, and ask for charisma and confidence, and the ability to speak like when you need, and to have that sort of like motivational speaker energy and that excitement and joy in that. I should have done that before this damn video. Shoot. Um but like, the last part of the Queen of Wands for sure is learning to be social in the way that you need, because we all need it in different ways, right? Something that's going to feed you and help you and allow you to connect. And I feel like at the end of the day, with the Queen of Wands, it is about connection. It's about this connection with people of like minds. Even if we debate or discuss or we don't agree, but we can like have conversations and we find out about, our differences and we celebrate them. Queen of Wands energy, having fun, communicating and learning and growing. And I think that we all can use that right now. And so with the Queen of Wands, I feel right now we are being inspired to pursue our passions, to find out what motivates us, to bring that sort of excitement and life back into our praxis, to engage in ways that maybe we forgot how to. I will be very very honest, and I say this all the time, but back in the day, when the internet first started, back in my time, there used to be more conversations. There used to be forums and groups and discussions. People would talk. And now it seems like anytime someone disagrees, someone is taking that as a personal attack, when it's like, no, I just don't agree with you, which is fine. I'm not attacking you, but I don't agree, and this is why. We can have a conversation about it and discuss it, and that's how growth happens, right? People don't do that anymore. People are afraid to voice themselves, or when they voice themselves, it has to be very, very defensive. So I think that we need to bring back more of that passionate sort of social interaction where we can hold space for us not being right all the time, or even, if we are right, holding space for other people to be right as well, and holding space for conversations to happen, right? So yeah, that's what's popping up with the Queen of Wands, y'all. Let me say, let me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If y'all have any last minute thoughts, questions, concerns, feel free to comment. Let me know. I do have a giveaway going on right now. The winner will be picked first week of June. Right now, it's like subscribe to my newsletter. So subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/House of Blackthorn. Free tier. You don't have to pay. If you want to join for the perks and stuff, you can. I give so much. I absolutely do. I'm not going to be shy about it. I'm not going to minimize it, downplay it. I provide a lot. So, whatever you desire, go for it. But sign up for the free tier. When I go live here, like Monday through Friday, publicly, I will post on Patreon to the free peoples, the public tier as well, and I'll do that 5 minutes before I go live. So it just gives you a notification like, hey, we're going to go live. We're going to talk about a card. We're going to do this video. So feel free to do that. Plus, you get entered to win something. And I'll draw that name the first of next month. I also have an Oracle deck that I am putting together. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by a bot. Block user. Delete comments. So I have an Oracle deck. It's called Moonbeams and Mondays that I've released for pre-order. Pre-orders will end, I believe, June 10th, giving people enough time to decide if they want it, save money to purchase it, invest. I have two options. You can get the deck itself. You can get a kit. The kit is going to be very interesting. I'm going to provide you a little bit of insight into other projects that I'm doing. So yeah, the kit will be awesome. But yeah, I have the deck on pre-order. I will link you later. If you want to know about it, message me. Message me. That's fine. I'll get you that information. But yeah, all of the deck pre-orders are to support me actually getting back to school. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Have fun. Take care. Enjoy. Okay. Bye.